the client. The main resources here are the know-how of the customer, of the in-house capabilities, human resources for the office, in addition to the business networks and market analysts, which will help in gathering the information dissipated in the crowd, whether internally within the company or outside. This could be also enhanced through partnerships with analytics company, socially or financially, partnering with software developers and procurement specialists that could give advice on procurement, in addition to partnering with universities and research institutes that could keep us up to date for the latest updates in the market and latest market data. We will depend on two main customer relationship schemes, even case-by-case service where we will have a tailored contract according to the exact case we are facing, or we will form a long-term contract with the client for offering continuous services. We will have also to depend on more customer relationships to offer the client on-demand services and online platforms where they can get in and tailor their services and requirements. The main channels used, as previously mentioned, is cloud-based and cloud-based portals, but we will also combine them with traditional AEC firms such as face-to-face interaction and some means of e-business and Web 2.0. The main costs are the activities cost, resources, and the partnerships cost, in addition to the logistics for running the office. We propose three main revenue streams to get the money out of this model, such as the subscription fees, where the client will pay continuously for the services they get per unit time, pay per task, where they have to pay a certain amount for the scope of work they get, and usage fees, where the fees are scaled up and down according to the customer requirements. After conducting the survey, we returned that the contractors and suppliers are the most important and suitable client for this business model. They will be a good client for reputation management in order to sell their services. They deal with huge amount of money, so they are always seeking opportunities to improve their operations, in addition to generating business opportunities and extending into new international markets. The most suitable revenue stream turned out to be subscription fees, where a certain amount of money will be paid continuously on per monthly or weekly. We will be developing market reports in this business model, so it makes sense that the client would pay continuously for the services they get. Also, for the reputation management service, the contractors and suppliers need to be registered in our system, and then they will have to pay subscription fees continuously. The second business model is design optimization and innovation. The need for the model arose because of the design complexity, in addition to the opportunity that's within the modeling and simulation tools. The customer requirements has recently increased, where they require more services regarding LEED certification or energy efficient buildings. What we will be offering is BIM as a service. We're offering BIM design services in addition of coordination of the whole process. We will also offer design optimization and certification based on the knowledge within the modeling and simulation tools, and certifying the design to new codes such as LEED or energy efficient designs. A typical example is a traditional design office giving me a 2D design. I'll turn this into a BIM-based design, exploit all the added values within the BIM, and then I'll cross-reference it with the LEED design code to make sure that the LEED could be certified according to the design certification. The main value proposed here is cost savings to the customer through applying new advanced design systems. We do knowledge-based optimization according to the BIM models we provide. We add added services through BIM, such as conflict resolution and design coordination. We propose the model to three business segments, which are traditional design office, client with and without traditional engineering department, and a public client. The main activities are basically the design and technical activities that we do in office. However, in this case, we'll be doing it over the cloud. Also, it's a two-way relationship, so we have to manage the customer relationship and make sure that we are providing customized services to them. We will have to make sure that all the stakeholders in the model are on the same page technology-wise and interoperability-wise. We have to coordinate all the files together, coordinate everything together to make sure that everyone is having access to the same data. The key resources are similar to the first model. However, in this case, we will have to invest more in BIM tools. This could happen by partnering with software vendors that can keep us up to date with the latest BIM software tools available in the market. We have to partner with some design offices such as LEED certifying design offices if these in-house capabilities are not available. Also, code agencies partnerships will be useful to provide us with the latest best standards and codes available in the market. The customer relationships and channels will not change from the business model. Similarly, the cost structure will not change. However, in this case, we have to invest more in liability insurance. Since we are taking responsibility of the design, we have to insure ourselves against any crisis that could happen for the design or failure. We proposed that 3 revenue streams as the first model. However, in this case, the paper tasks turned out to be the most suitable. In here, we're proposing a design scope. We are proposing a design services for a certain project scope or for a certain activities. The traditional design office turned out to be the most suitable business customer segment. They are requiring added value services, so they do the basic design. However, they want to market themselves better in the market and generate new business opportunities through knowing more tools or having more tools such as the BIM which we are offering in this model. The last model is software customization and real-time analytics. The need for the model arose because of the willing of the client to have customized software systems that could enhance their internal or external operations, in addition to the increased data that's available within these software systems. Also, the emergence of software as a service as a business model had a huge opportunity for the client to have a lot of services, software systems without worrying about the infrastructure. What we are offering here is software customization tools, in addition to monitoring and control of the supply chains of the client using smart systems. We also analyze the data that we collect through the real-time monitoring and control to provide the client with patterns and trends about their business processes. A typical example would be an industrial client who wants to optimize their supply chain. We will design software that can monitor the supply chain, and then we will add some smart systems that can monitor and control everything in the supply chain. We analyze the data that's acquired from this and then provide them with information how to optimize it, how to improve the performance, and if there is any inefficiency, where is it and how can they fix it. The most value proposed here is again cost savings through enhancing the performance of internal or external supply chains. We provide the convenience to the clients through providing customized software for their exact business needs, in addition to coordinating this software with all the multiple stakeholders. The main customer segments are the private clients, municipalities, and industrial facility clients that will be interested in supply chain optimization. The activities are mainly related to the software development, training, and maintenance of these software systems. Again, it's a two-way relationship. To customer relationship is important in order to make sure that we are implementing the customer's requirements into our model. The resources are similar. However, more investment here is needed in the IT infrastructure to support the model, in addition to cloud servers where we will be proposing the business model to the client. We can have partnerships with software developers and cloud service providers to support our proposal. We will need to partnership with specialized consultants that can assist doing our analytics and optimization. Also, manufacturers of smart systems that will be helpful when doing the monitoring and control activities. The relationships and channels are similar all over. The cost structure here needs more money needs to be invested in the IT infrastructure, which will support the whole model. The revenue streams we proposed are same, but in this case, we turned that the paper task and usage fees are most suitable. Paper task turned out to be suitable for the software customization service by itself, where they will pay for the software they get. However, for usage fees, it's the main advantage of the software as a service business model, where the cost can be scaled up or down according to the customer need. Also, if we are conducting monitoring and control services, this will be paid per unit price. The most suitable client turned out to be private client. They do a lot of monitoring for their internal and external activities within the company boundaries or for their projects, so they will be a good client for developing customized software and doing the monitoring and control activities. Finally, I'll summarize and conclude the main points gained from the study. The 3 proposed business models turned out to be more than 60% suitable to all the proposed customer segments. However, a client that has no engineering department is the least likely to acquire the proposed business models. This is due to that the client that has no engineering department is requiring the basic engineering services before going to high value ideas. However, in order to avoid this problem, we can serve them with basic engineering activities as a consulting office and then sell the added value to them. Knowledge and experience is the key client attribute for the success of all the models. In this case, you need to deal with a knowledgeable client where they know what they are doing, so you can gain their insights before developing the service. Also, when you sell them the knowledge back, you need a knowledgeable client that can use it. Otherwise, it will be useless. The size of the client is not important in all the business model. However, in many cases, the size of the project is very relevant, especially in the services that deals with software design or with project analytics. Reputation is important for business models 1 and 2. Was the most important attribute for those models. In these models, we deal with multiple stakeholders from outside the industry. It's not within the client and it's not within our expertise. So these different stakeholders needs to deal with a reputable client who knows what they are doing. Otherwise, they will not be willing to support the business model, and this will not guarantee the success. Involvement was very important in cases of business model 2 and 3, where it's a two-way relationship between the client and the proposing business model, because we involve in design tailoring and software tailoring, so we need them to be involved in different phases of the project. Finally, the technological structure is important for business model 3, where again we provide software services and cloud servers, so we need to make sure that the client is on the same page and can use the tools we are providing with the business model. In order to implement the business models, we discovered there are 3 main success factors for the proposing office to have. First, they have to do an internal organizational change by leveraging the knowledge within all their company employees. The employees have to get the willing to share in the business model, to share their knowledge, to share in the process itself in order to leverage the knowledge across the boundaries of the company. More human resources investment is required in all cases, because we need to hire software developers, BIM analysts, market analysts. So we need to open our mind to getting new people with different expertise. And the technological structure, again, is very important to support the proposed services over whether it's software or hardware, cloud computing platforms, or the infrastructure. Finally, for future research, we recommend the technological structure to be investigated more, where we can know the exact software and hardware systems required to support the business models and what are the exact resources we need technological-wise. Also, as previously mentioned, that's only the middle part of the business process change. The last part would be to develop a detailed business plan for each business model, which relates all the resources and activities required and step-by-step standard for what we are going to propose. Thank you, and open for any questions.